I have made a grave and continuous lapse in my judgment. I forgot to put pockets in my skirt. Shoot me now. So there I was, full of hope, full of joy at the thought of making this skirt, which I made in a YouTube video. And I forgot to put pockets in it. I have no words. Nothing I can say can ever fix this terrible sin. But now I'm gonna make a video about how to put pockets in skirts, because I know, Indy, I'm a monster, I know. Here I've got some leftovers and scraps from when I made it, and I'm gonna make 2 pockets out of that, and I'm going to insert it into the skirt. Now, I was watching a video the other day by, I think her name's Bernadette Banner. If that's wrong, I'm really sorry. But she was making, I think it was a late Victorian walking skirt, and she was putting pockets into it. And there was a bit at the top where she had a strip to hook it into the waistband to stop the pocket sagging when you put something heavy in it and pulling down the skirt, and I thought that's a really good idea. So I think instead of making my usual curved pocket shape, I'm going to make it square and insert the top, or rectangle, and insert the top into the waistband. So it's going to start at the waistband, the opening's going to go down in, but it's going to be square. I'll draw a picture, it's a lot easier. This is the skirt waistband and this is the pocket, and you put your hand in there. That looks only slightly dodgy, okay. So, and then on the inside of the skirt it's going to look like this. So this bit will be the pocket. Instead of looking like this, which is what pockets usually look like, and when you put something heavy in it, like your phone, it droops down, pulling the waistband of the skirt down and kind of pulling everything off centre, which we don't want. So I'm hoping if I put this bit into the waistband, the waistband's gonna give it some support and it won't droop down. And as well, I usually wear belts with this skirt. This belt, or my brown belt, or my black belt. So yeah, it's not likely gonna fall down anytime soon because it's quite securely on. And then because it's got pleats, it's already got quite a good section where I can put in a pocket in here, so then anything I do will be hidden. So I just got to decide which pleat I want to use. I think I want to use these ones. They're a bit forward from the side. I reckon that's the side, just a bit forward, so that's where it naturally sits. So I was about to work out a pattern and then I saw this scrap shape, and actually I think this works because it's a bit wider at the bottom and then a bit smaller at the top, so I might just cut it off about there. I have the entrance of the pocket there, down into there. It's bigger than my hand. It's a lot bigger than my phone. Oh, where's my purse? My purse is huge. If I can fit my purse into it, that'd be great. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Right. I'll cut about there then. There, there, there. Fabulous. Here we go. We've cut 4 of them out. 2 for each pocket. Stripes are going in all directions, but that's fine. I'll just pair them up like this and it can be an eclectic choice. So here is the pocket pieces, and I'm going to leave a gap for your hand to go in, and we're going to leave the top for now, and I'm going to sew from the mark, just decide wherever you want to put it. So, and because the pocket is going to have a lot of strain, a lot of wear, you know, we're going to be putting things in it, moving it around, it's going to get washed. I'm going to make them French seams. I'm going to sew it around, turn it inside out, and then re-sew it. Like, here's the other one I've just done, which is not the prettiest, but on the inside it's a seam, not raw edges. because the raw edges are hidden inside this little tunnel. So that way, like against, like if it's like against my skin, it's not gonna fray, and then when I put my hands inside the pockets, it's not gonna fray either. So I'm just snipping off seam allowance to as small as I can get it without it being a fray problem. Sorry about the shadow, I'm literally holding the camera between my knees. Turn it inside out, or the right way around now, and then I'll turn it out, making sure I get the corners sharp. You know, you don't want to accidentally sew the wrong bit. I want to roll it so it's really up against the stitch line. It's not in focus, but oh well. Roll it all the way down so it's nice and tight, and then pin it just under the seam allowance. Pin it all the way around so it's nice and flush, and then sew all the way on the edge. So I put the pocket over which pleat I want it to go in, and because the pleat goes in quite far, it would have to start inside the pleat obviously, which would mean that the pockets would overlap in the front. And I don't think that's right, but then if I pull it further back, so it's more to the side, thank you dog, so if it's more at the sides, then I'd have to start my pocket further back. And I don't think that's right either. So I don't know if I should make my pockets smaller or what. I think I understand now why they make them this shape, so this doesn't get caught in the front. I don't know. I might put it so this edge starts like here, so it doesn't get too far in and then it doesn't go too far back, but it's still weird. It's something I hadn't considered. But I want really big pockets that are like bags. Indy, don't eat the cat food, Indy! But I want really big pockets like 18th century pockets under your petticoats. Could have just made them and just done slits in the skirt. That probably would have been easier. I'll give it a try and I'll get back to you. I think I've worked my way around this. So basically I can't put the pocket any further than this end because of the buttonholes, and it would overlap and it wouldn't work. So, and I don't want to go further than this pleat because I'm not going to put my hands behind me to put something in my pockets. So what I've done is I've pinned this across the top. I've got to the pleat in question, pinned it, and then further down where it's closed, where it closes, I've pinned it to the pleat, and then basically it's just a diagonal line. So I'm just gonna pin the line and I'm going to trim it off to make it fit so I don't have to go a pleat over. I'm going to trim it off and then I'm going to put the pocket in, and hopefully this will work. But we shall see. I've made this pocket way too big. I did not think this through. So when I'm filming things, I always do one side first off camera so I know what I'm doing, and then film the second half. So I did this pocket, I put it in through the pocket hole without doing a French seam because I thought it wouldn't work. But on further inspection it would, so I did it without a French seam, so you can see here, it'll focus. Focus, focus. There, it's just a raw edge on the inside, and it's a really small seam allowance. So what I've done on the bit that's going to be facing my skin is just bound the edge real quick, so nothing's going to rub against it and it probably won't come out in the wash, and I'll do that to the other side. But now that I'm going to do the other pocket here on camera, I think I am going to do a French seam, and I've put it through my head and I think it's going to work. But just know you don't have to do a French seam, you can just do it normally and find the edge, but I think it's just going to be neater and quicker if I do it this way. And because the pocket opening's hidden in a pleat, you're not going to see it if there is a wider opening than there should be. If you're doing this on like a skin tight pencil skirt or something, which I wouldn't recommend putting pockets in anyway because you're going to be able to see it, but I'd do not a French seam and maybe not even binding so it sits flatter, but like this is a full skirt and it's hidden in pleats, so it's not going to be really visible. But yeah, I'm gonna do it now. So what I've done is laid out the pocket where I want it to go. This is the pleat, the inside of the pleat where I want the pocket to open up. This is the inside of the skirt, by the way. And then I've pinned the edge against the opening with a teeny tiny seam allowance. I'm going to stitch that. I've left a bit of excess in the waistband for it to get sewn into. I'm going to stitch that, and then I'm going to pin the other side and stitch there, then I'm going to open it up with my scissors, get the French seam. I'm just back stitching the last little bits because of the pleats and how the fabric lays over itself and how it's stitched into the waistband as pleats. I can't get my machine foot in there to basically only sew one layer of fabric, so I'm just back stitching it in quickly. It's not the prettiest, but it's not going to be seen, so that's fine. Now I'm just going to trim off these scraggly bits. Right, basically this is this side of the pocket and this is the other side. Now it's supposed to be sewn that way around, but I won't be able to get my sewing machine foot in there, so I might cut open this slit now so that I can get at it from the other side. Right then, that's a better camera angle. So this is now the front of the skirt, and so I've cut it open and I've pinned it on this side. So this in here is the pocket, and this is the skirt fabric. And I've pinned it this way round because the other side, the pocket's in the way and you can't get to it. So I'm now going to sew this side in. This should be a little easier to get at now that we've cut it open. It all stitched up. We've still got this little gap where I started where I couldn't quite get the foot in. So once again, I'm just going to find my needle and thread from my horrific looking pin cushion. I found it. Right. Right, now our pocket is technically in, however it's a bit scruffy looking on the inside, as you can see there. So what we're going to do is fold it over like this. This is on the inside of the skirt, and all we're going to do is, like we did when we made the pocket, is roll it down, pin it about, depending on your seam allowance, but I'm going to do it about 1/2 centimetre away from the edge. Oh, my thread's hanging out there. Like this. And then we can top stitch it, and it'll perfectly hide our seam on the inside. We'll do that on that side, put the pocket over, and do it on that side. So now all we've got left to do is to put the top of the pocket into the waistband. Now when I made the skirt I slip stitched the waistband on, so it's going to be pretty easy to just unpick it. I'm just going to grab a bit and then what I'm going to do is I would just slip stitch this back down to this, then the other side of the pocket would fall out. And I don't trust myself to be able to catch it all in, and I want it to be quite sturdy. That's where that's the seam allowance inside the waistband. I'm gonna stitch it to that and then slip stitch that over. I mean, if the inside of your skirt waistband isn't the same, you can always just stitch it down and then slip stitch it, or whatever you want, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong, I find. In sewing, I just kind of make it up as I go along. Whatever works, works, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And ta-da! Here's the finished pocket. It's all smooth and nice. Ta-da, ta-da. Right then, let's try this skirt on and see how well it performs. He's eating his dinner, he's right behind you.